What is up, guys? Z here, and we're back today to play a total conversion for Skyrim called Enderal. It just dropped a couple weeks ago, I believe. It's actually been a pretty heavily watched project. So essentially what it is, it has little to do with Skyrim. It's actually what the developers did of the mod is they took the Skyrim engine and built their own game, and I believe the game actually provides anywhere from 30 to 100 hours of gameplay. But enough babbling, let's go ahead and get this adventure started. The only reason you see it continue is because I wanted to make sure that I was actually able to record before we tried to sit down and get anything done. Now the first part, there's going to be a lot of cinematics, so I'm going to try to shut up while they're on, just so I'm not trying to argue over the dialogue. So that's where we'll go from there. But for what I've seen so far, it's a beautiful game. I think I'm going to enjoy it. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you do, be sure to smash that like button. I want to find something that I enjoy to play, but the channel also seems to take off with. So this is still a fairly new mod. There's not much videos out on it right now. But I mean, guys, look at this. Like, yeah, it's not like, oh, buku graphics, but it's still pretty damn good. Alright. Glare of that sun is way too bright. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get it off the screen. So thanks guys for tuning in. Like I said, hopefully we can make this into a series. I really want to. If I don't get any views, then maybe we'll just make it a mod spotlight. But hopefully we can make it a series. I really want to make it a series. I find it... I enjoy the Skyrim game, so if this plays, you know, off of the Skyrim engine, I'm sure I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. So, sounds like we got something up here. E to talk with Dad.
Oh, hey there. I didn't see you coming. So, how did it go? Did you find it?
Find what?
No? Pity. Maybe you're simply looking in the wrong places. Did you ever think of that? Oh well, who knows. Say, why don't you go inside and see if you can help Mommy with the cooking? The Creator was kind to us today and sent a big fat elk right in front of my bow. Alright?
Alrighty. So, yeah, apparently we start off as a kid. Interesting paintings here. Creepy as shit. Okay, well there's the elk. I like how he's whistling without moving his mouth.
My, I totally forgot what a mess I left here. But I was
Yeah, there's
right,
just
wasn't
meat
I?
everywhere.
A real gem we've got here. Well then, let's waste no more time and get to it, shall we?
Yeah, where's Mom?
Now would you look at that? I totally forgot about them. They're dead, don't you remember? You murdered them back then, both of them.
The hell?
But hey, no use crying over spilled milk, right? At least this means there's more meat for the two of us. You still
I mean,
remember
I
how to do
guess.
this, right? First, off with the skin. Slice up the belly, then out with the entrails. I'll look for a nice sharp knife in the meantime to cut off the head. I don't think either of us wants to eat that, do we?
No, but we can hang it. But I didn't kill him, Daddy. It was the masked man.
Oh, silly, what's this again? We
Oop, oop,
both
oop,
know
oop.
that's a lie. You did it. I remember it all. First, you set this horrible fire to your sister's crib. She screamed and screamed, and Mommy heard it, but when she finally got there, nothing was left of her but burnt flesh. And, oh gosh,
God
do
damn.
we really need to go through this again? You know how sad it makes me when you do this. You killed them, period. No matter how often you tell me you didn't, it changes nothing. You hear me? Nothing. Now
All right.
please, let's start cooking. I'm so bloody damn hungry.
But I didn't kill him, Daddy. It was the
Oh,
masked
by the
man.
Creator's name, why are you telling these lies? Isn't it enough that you murdered us? Do you really have to bother me over and over with your stupid, pathetic, and pointless whining?
Damn.
You know, sometimes I wish the Creator would have made me just a little less merciful. Just a little less pious. Because then I would have realized that you were tainted
going
by
on with
sin
the house?
long before any of this had ever happened. And instead of raising you, feeding you, and loving you like a father does, I would have put you in the horse trough right after you were born.
Fucked up.
Yes, I should have killed you. I should have just killed you. Just like you killed us. And now, you think you're safe because we're all under the earth, don't you? Well, listen up, my child. You are wrong. And do you know why? Because the dead don't forget.
Oh, shit.
Do you hear me? The dead don't forget. Now enough of this useless chatter. I'm bloody starving. Bring me the meat, you spoiled brat. Bring it to me. Bring me a nice crisp piece of meat. Bring me a nice crisp piece of meat. Bring me a nice
Dude's
crisp
going
piece
crazy.
of meat. Bring me a nice crisp piece of meat. Bring me a nice crisp piece of meat.
Wow. So that's kind of messed up.
Let's begin with a question. It might sound simple to you at first, but I pray you to think about it. What distinguishes a free man from a slave? For now, however, let us start this story where another one ended 3 years ago, with the death of the Lightborn. For 4,000 years they had reigned over this world, 7 arcanists who, through their magic, had acquired eternal life. In a time of chaos, they gave mankind what they thought it needed most, to be ruled over with an ironclad, fair hand. Within just 1 century, they united the shattered lands, and a single century later, their human origin was forgotten. They became gods, or Lightborn, as they let themselves be worshipped as. Yet the longer they reigned, the louder the voices grew that accused them of tyranny. The loudest being that of Naranzul Aranthiel. And he succeeded in achieving what was once thought impossible. He gathered an army, overturned the Lightborn, and gave back freedom to mankind. However, the price for this was high, because where there are gaps of power, fights erupt. As such, this world grew into what it is today, shattered, riven, and broken into pieces. But all of this was merely a diversion, so that no one would notice something else. The death of the Lightborn had set something into motion, a clockwork, having long stood still. Its gears now once again slowly began to turn. This is the story of someone who wanted to be free.
Well, sorry. That was a bit harsh. I'm just nervous, that's all.
Ah, that's right.
It was that dream again, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Seriously, if we had a penny for every night since we met where you woke up screaming, we'd probably be traveling to Enderal in our own starship and... well, not like this. Some things
like
never
what?
change, I guess. Do you ever ask yourself if maybe you blame yourself for all of this? For what happened to your family, I mean?
I don't know. Even if I do, it doesn't make a
None.
difference.
You're right. But who knows? Maybe everything is going to be different now. It's strange, isn't it?
the way life sometimes goes. Now, if you had told me that a few weeks ago, I would have at the very least called you insane. But if the stories are true, there's no better place for a fresh start. Can you believe it? Apparently there aren't even any slaves on Enderal. It's amazing. Only this whole blind passenger thing is making my head ache.
I bet. It's not our fault that the ship is so poorly guarded, and we couldn't have afforded the passage fee anyway. Me too, but we're gonna pay our debt as soon as we've earned some money.
We're talking about 500 pennies here. Even if we're able to find a job over there, we will still need the money for ourselves. Don't fool yourself. What we're doing here is theft. Unfortunately. But anyway, what's done is done. I just hope the Enderalians are easier on Outlanders than the Neremes are. Your mother was a fugitive as well, wasn't she? Where exactly did she come from? You've told me 100 times, but...
Alright, I think this is the
I just
character
keep on forgetting
customization part. Alright, so now after, 10 minutes or so of dialogue, we finally get to create a character. So, let's do Arizalian. That's all fine. Head, fine. Let's face is whatever. Eye color. I've got brown eyes, so let's try to do brown. I think that's brown. Okay. Now hair. We'll go with slick back hair. Let's get us a nice nice scruff there. Boom. Match my hair color. Because after all, I am going to be the one playing this. So let's give him the good old Zigavolt name.
Araziel. Right.
Araziel.
How could I have
That's how
forgotten?
you say
She
it.
was one of the few free people who ever set foot on a ship. Anyway. Whew, I'm gonna hit the hay for an hour or so. It's your turn to stand... Wait. You hear that? Shit. Someone's coming.
Women nowadays just don't want a man to guard them anymore. That's the problem. I tell
What the
ya,
hell?
sometimes I long for the good old days. Back when I could lift a skirt and nobody would bat an eye.
Lift the skirt.
Anyway, enough of the chit-chat. Now, where did I put that key?
Oh, blazes, what do they want down here? The lamp! Quickly! Put out the lamp! Good.
Okay.
Now, quiet.
Alright guys, so unfortunately it looks like that's all the time we have for this episode. We'll be picking right up from this. Hopefully this does good. If you guys do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, please. It helps me a lot. And yeah, so we'll pick up episode 2 right from here. Thanks for watching, guys. And as always, I'll see you in the next. Peace.